There's something about love that we don't like. We like being loved. We like being cared for, being understood, being lifted. But there is a kind of love that feels uncomfortable because it goes lower. In the Gospel of John, chapter 13, Jesus is at the table. It's the last moments before everything changes. And the Gospel says something important. He knew. He knew his hour had come. He knew where he came from and where he was going. And still, he does something unexpected. He stands up, takes off his outer garment, wraps a towel around his waist, pours water into a basin, and begins to wash the feet of his disciples. John 13:5. He poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet. This is not just a gesture. This is not symbolism only. This is God kneeling, touching what is dirty, what is ignored, what people hide. The feet were the lowest part, and that's where he goes. When he reaches Peter, Peter resists. "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" And then, "You shall never wash my feet," because something inside him says, "This is wrong. You are too high for this." John 13:8. "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." Because we don't struggle only with loving others. We struggle with being loved like this, a love that sees everything and still comes close, a love that doesn't stay distant, that doesn't stay clean, a love that touches what we hide. Because if we're honest, there's something else happening here. It's not just that we don't want to love like this. Sometimes we don't even want to be seen like this, to have someone come close enough to touch what we hide, to see what is not clean, what is not ready, what is not put together, and still stay. That kind of love doesn't just comfort you, it exposes you. John 4:34. My food is to do the will of the one who sent me. The homily says something very clear. Jesus lives his moment in total fidelity to the Father, not partially, not when it's easy, completely, even when it costs everything. Because love in the gospel is not a feeling. It is not comfort. It is not words. Love is to give yourself, to lower yourself, to serve, even when no one sees, even when it's not returned, even when it costs. And then Jesus says something that changes everything. John 13:14-15. If I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. And if you look honestly, you already know where this touches your life. There are moments where you feel the resistance, where you think, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be the one who gives again. I don't want to lower myself here. And yet, that's exactly where love is asking something of you, not loudly, but clearly. Because this is not about that room, it's about your life. There are people around you who need to be seen, who need patience, who need forgiveness, who need presence, and sometimes, love will ask you to go lower than you want. Because we prefer another kind of love, a love that keeps distance, a love that doesn't inconvenience us, a love that doesn't expose us. But that's not the love of Christ. The question is not, do you believe in him? The question is, are you willing to love like him, to serve when it's uncomfortable, to give when it costs, to lower yourself when your pride resists? Because this path is not natural. It goes against instinct, against pride, against comfort, against control. But it is the only path that transforms you from the inside. Because when you begin to love like this, something changes. Not just around you, inside you. And maybe today, this is not about understanding everything. It's about one decision, to love differently, to serve differently, to stop holding back. Lord, I want to love like you, but sometimes I only love when it's easy, when it's comfortable, when it doesn't cost me anything, and I resist. The kind of love that goes lower, the kind that serves, the kind that gives, the kind that stays, even when it's not seen. Teach me to love with truth, not only with words, but with my life. Give me the humility to go where my pride resists. Give me the courage to serve without needing recognition, and help me remember that you loved first. You lowered yourself first. You gave everything first so that I could learn how to do the same. Amen. If this spoke to you, write in the comments, "Teach me to love." And if you're going through something, you can share it below. You are not alone.